Oh, hello. I didn't, I didn't see you there. I tried. It's been absolutely ages since I've put a video on the internet. It's been like 6, 7 months. I've still been buying magic cards. Slowed down a little bit, started picking up Pokemon cards. I filmed a lot of that and then just couldn't be bothered ever uploading it ever. Still got that footage somewhere. But yeah, I'm in my office. I have a 3D printer. So if you can hear some weird noise in the background, that's that. Theros Beyond Death has been out for 3 weeks, which means that people are now selling me Theros cards. Oko has been banned in most formats at this point. Mox Opal has just taken a ban. There is a lot of uncertainty. It is early February 2020. So yeah, prices in this video are weird because we're talking about Snapcaster Majors that are now £30, not 45, which used to be just a... Let's look at the cards that I bought. I think I probably spent £1,000 on this pile, or it was worth £1,000 and I paid 700. I don't actually remember, but let's find out. Can you see it? Can you see it? So people have been selling me Okos because Oko got banned. So these are down to £20 each. These are down to £20 each. Obviously I buy it 70%. So I bought those at £14 each. Seems like a pretty solid investment, considering it seems to be the new Jason Man Sculptor Boogeyman type card. So I was like, cool, I'll buy those. You know, that's cost me, what, less than £60? Why not? Opals, I think I bought it 70% at 30. It seemed like a good pickup. There's a place up there. People just bin the deck off. Artbound Ravage is down to like £7 from like 25, £30. Fulminating Majors, Engineered Explosives, all-time low. You name it, Maze of Ith, Baubles, guys to like £3 or £4 now. Inquisitions have always been like £2. Well, apparently they used to be like £20 each, but they're like £2.50. Through the Breach, £2. £2. This was a £35 card at one point. That is absolutely ridiculous. EEs, 40, £50, or they used to be. Now they're like 10 to 15, which is ridiculous. The lands, like nothing, since UMA reprinted and they just tanked. I'm so glad that I've not bought these and been sat on them because that would have made me really sad. Ravenous Trap, nothing. Lava Spikes, Huntmaster, Kitchen Finks, nothing really. Future Sight, Wraiths, something. Maybe I didn't spend £1,000 of this, I can't remember. There's just a lot of crap. I bought so many people's things recently. I bought like a full modern control deck that included like 3 Jason Mine Sculptors, you name it. Liliana the Veil, low. Swords, really low. Amulet of Vigor. So Amulet and Swords, especially with Stoneforge Mystic, have the potential to be the highest in the format. The big deck, if people start to pilot it right in Modern. But Modern interest just not here at the moment. Force of Negations, Dark Confidence. I definitely did spend like 700 odd quid on this, minimum. Another Artbound Ravager that's worth nothing, like 25 quid down from 60, 70. Snapcasters, there's a place at Snapcaster Majors there. I bought those for 35 minus 70%, like 10. So I basically bought those at £100 for a place at Snapcasters, which used to be a £200 playset. That is absolutely unheard of. There's another playset there. The ODR. Is there another playset and another playset? Oh wait, no, that's 2 each. Okay. Playset Flutterstrand, Giver Runes, like a couple of quid. Ranger Captain of Eos in Japanese. It's a bit of a weird one. Japanese prices are more expensive, as a lot of people know. The print runs over in Japan are smaller, harder to get hold of, and obviously you get weebs that kind of want the Jappy versions. It's a bit more of a niche market, unless it is War of the Spark boosters, obviously. These are like £1 or something like that, nothing. Jappy Mindstone was like £2. So I paid English price on these essentially and gone 70% because that's what I mean. I know they're worth a bit more sometimes. Obviously foreign stuff like Blattdak Horizon Canopy from Future Sight, if it's German or any other European language that isn't, or Chinese, anything that isn't basically Japanese, is less money. Anything that's Japanese, I pay the same as I would for English because I can't bother messing around. They're a lot harder to sell, a lot harder to shift on. And in some instances a little bit cheaper, but generally speaking, the older set, the more expensive a Japanese card is. Russian stuff as well, I pay English prices because hard to ship. Some people really like Russian because it's the most, they're £1 by the way, in a different language, ridiculous. Some people like Russian cards because they are, I think they're the smallest print run. But yeah, so I mean, let's speed up a little bit. Platinum Empyreans, Marsh Flats, more Marsh Flats, more Marsh Flats. That is something to do with enchantments or lands or planes or something, I can't remember. Toxic Deluge, Monomorphos, Russian Mages of the Moon, Labmans. These are nothing now, they got reprinted and tanked. Russian full art, I say full art, Russian Future Sight, Logic Knots are money. These, however, are not. So yeah, it was a pretty good haul. There's some Japanese Planeswalkers in there. There's interesting stuff like something tutor, Diabolic Tutor, not Diabolic Tutor, something like that. Maybe it's Diabolic Tutor, probably isn't Diabolic Tutor. There's just loads of staple cards. The Japanese that are worth nothing now because they've tanked. I'm saying that like we're not just flicking through a Russian Planar Chaos Damnation. Oh my. There is an amount of value in this, obviously. Glittering Wish, Punisher's Deeds, a couple of quid each. Yeah, Modern is in such a weird place right now as of Pioneer becoming a format and Christmas. I'm sure a lot of people know Christmas is one of those things where everybody needs money. If you're not playing a Modern deck, if Pioneer gets announced, you're like, well, I don't want to play Modern anymore. You bin your Modern off and Modern prices tank because the market gets flooded, which is essentially exactly what's happened. So people like me swoop in and buy people's collections. So that's exactly what's happened. I am just sat waiting for the market to tick up again so I can sell Snapcaster Mages off at the right price because I don't want to let them go for £35. I want to let them go for 45. I don't want to let Liliana Veil go for less than like 60, 70 quid. Same with all the swords and stuff like that. You name it, anything that's there. Fetchers as well. I don't want to let Martial Arts go for less than 25, 30 pounds, and they're like 17 quid at the moment. So if you're in a position like I am, stick with the cards that you want to sell. If you are not in financial difficulty, just stick, hold, wait for March, April, May, June. Wait for May, June, July. Bin that stuff off, sell it at a better price. I mean, if you've got £1,000 or $1,500 to Magic cards and you sell now, you're getting £700, you're getting like $1,200. If you sell in July, you're probably getting 1,200, 1,300 or whatever. I can't be able to do that. I've done the maths wrong. Your collection that was £1,000 now would be worth 1,300. So you probably get the value that it is now in full if you just bulk it off. And vice versa, if you split it up, you'll get way more. So hold, stick, and apologies for the print. I am currently making a two-tone Charmander. I'm just printing his little feet in his tail. See you next time.